Do, 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 do.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boys Pitts from Pitts and Push Sports Talk Radio, Pitts Sports Zone, Bowie TV, coming to you live once again. Listen, it's been a crazy day. Y'all heard Hugh Jackson earlier. Y'all heard Coach Bernard Clark Jr., aka Tiger, earlier. Now we got family in the building. My
You already
cousin
know.
Lafayette Pitts. What's good,
What's good?
cousin?
It's good with y'all. How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
He
I'm
good,
loving the
man.
energy. I'm loving the energy.
And then of course, you guys know we got Jakaya walking still with us. As we said before, Jakaya is interning with us. She is a student at Bowie State University and she plays on the softball team. So
Yes,
again, we
ma'am.
appreciate Jakaya for being with us. What's up, cuz?
Hey, not much, man. Just out here, look, grinding, working, look, coaching, getting annoyed by these kids, but yeah, I'm loving it though. So I can't complain at all.
Listen, cuz, if you can, give the audience a brief little interview overview about yourself, man.
I got you. My name Lafayette Pitts. For those who do know me, my name is Worm. I go by a nickname. So, but um, been through a lot of high school football. Went to college D1 athlete. Played at the University of Pittsburgh. Went on and was undrafted to the NFL and was able to succeed and play a good 6 to 7 years in the NFL. So it was a grind. Learned a lot, you know what I'm saying? But it was a great experience and definitely wouldn't trade it in for the world. So that's just a snapshot, but we'll get into the details with the questions in a minute.
Absolutely, absolutely. So if we can just go ahead and before we jump in there, I also want to bring light to something that's near and dear to our family, our Aunt May. Last
Right,
weekend, was the Play for May Foundation that you and
right.
cousin Vaughn started. If you can you talk a little bit about the Play for May Foundation, please?
Yeah, it was kind of originated. My Uncle Vaughn came with the idea, you know what I'm saying, dedicate to someone who was strong in our community and everybody looked up to and loved. So we just host like a 2 day basketball tournament where it was our third year actually this past year. First year we started out with, I want to say probably about 12 teams. Then the second year it went up to about 28 teams. And now we just well over 30 this past year. So, I mean, it's just to raise money for a good cause to young ladies to earn scholarship money to the university they choose, and just in case they're not on the athletic scholarship, and just try to help in any way we can, honestly. So that's really what that's for.
Shout out to Vaughn and rest in peace to Aunt May. So went to Woodland Hills High School. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
let's start first. We gotta start
yeah,
from
yeah.
the ground, from the
Where,
mud.
where we was built, you feel me?
we
Where we was
Duquesne,
built, yes, sir.
PA.
Where I'm from, on every jumbotron, if you go to a pit or an NFL game, I'm from
Yeah,
Duquesne, Pennsylvania,
yeah,
dog.
yeah.
No, but real talk.
First and foremost, you from Duquesne, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
You went on to play for Woodland Hills High School.
yep.
Played collegiate football at Pitt University. We'll stop there. Take us through your time at Pitt. Take through some of your highs and low challenges that you experienced while you was at Pitt.
See, Pitt, huh? Pitt was a lot. You know what I'm saying? Only because the simple fact that when I was getting recruited, honestly, I was getting recruited by Pitt heavily very early on in my recruiting stage. I was leaving my sophomore year, going into my junior year, and they offered me that summer. So from that point on, I was kind of honestly down Pitt every weekend for the next 3 years of my high school career. So that summer, and I guess the 2 years you want to say junior, senior year going in. So from there, I kind of built this relationship with the staff, Dave Warnstad's crew, the staff that they should never have let go. You know what I'm saying? They was
Yeah,
just consistently 10-win seasons. But when it came down to it, signing day, they hired a guy back that just didn't mess with Dave Warnstad. And that's where everything just kind of started going downhill. So they made him resign. I stayed home, went there. First year was kind of sweet. I redshirt. I knew I was because I was young. There was two senior corners, so I knew I would play the next year. So that was kind of the process thinking for that. And from there, I just stayed focused and locked in. But literally every year I was there, I had a new coaching staff. So every off season, it was regroup, restructure, refocus, and reset the mindset. So you can really never get comfortable. That's one thing I never ever was able to do was get comfortable in college, which is a good but a bad thing as well. So, but from that point, it was just a grind. I loved it. Started off 4 years. I actually have the most consecutive starts in Pitt history. I think it's at 53 or 54.
okay.
So, and then I was having
Seemed like we lost Lafayette. We'll get him back. Camera blacked
you
out.
you can hear me now,
Okay,
right?
go ahead.
Yep.
All
So
right.
I was about to class away to graduate. So I said, you know what, I'm gonna go get my degree. So when I came out my senior year, I was having a good season, but it was a big scouting game against North Carolina. And I shit the bed. Like it was what it was. But I know reality and I know what it is. So everybody around you, no, you still no, I'm not. Like I just know what it is. So I didn't watch the draft. I didn't do any of that. And I knew I was gonna go undrafted. Like, bro, I gave up 3 touchdowns and they took me out. Like, I'm not getting picked up. So
Right.
reality set in. But from there I just created and structured a plan. So I'm like, if I get an opportunity, I'm gonna make the best of it. And if I can get 4 years, that'll put me in a position to be able to just hone my position in life, get a house, start a business, and just be good. And if
Right.
anything happens after that, then that's just a plus. So it kind of worked that way for me exactly. So that was pretty much my process to college through the league. Now we can get to the league stories later, but college was an up and down thing, but I loved it. But it was a challenge because, like I said, I had 5 head coaches in college.
And when you talk about, when I said some of the ups and downs, so when you talk about the downs in a position where, you said you had to basically regroup and relearn um, everything because they
Yeah.
were bringing in new coaching staffs.
Yep.
And then at your senior year, when you said in that game against North Carolina, where you didn't have one of your finest games, and you talk about how people tell you, now you're good. It's funny that you said that because I was talking with another college coach, and one of the things that he highlight was that it's hard to really get to the core of a player when so many people around them are telling them how good they are, when in fact there's still more room to grow. So the fact that you actually said that basically it was confirmation to what the coach said earlier. And that's a humbling experience, right?
Yes.
Because you know that you were performing at the pinnacle, and you just knew I'm good. And then we all know that it just takes
That's
one
it.
slip, one
That's
moment
it.
for everything to just barrel downhill. But at the end of the day, you were still given that opportunity to
Right.
fulfill that dream. So kudos to you for being able to be even killed, even minded, to still push forward
Right.
despite the fact that you did not have such a good game and you got benched. It takes
Right.
a lot to be able to tell someone and to go on and share a story and say, guess what? My senior year, I gave up 3 touchdowns. National TV, I gave up 3 touchdowns and I got benched.
It's crazy you just said all that because it just made me think back. And it's just like rewind before all the success. And imagine talking to a kid like this who didn't have to be, but chose to be because it was the best situation for him to be in alternative school from second grade all the way to ninth grade.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like, because a lot
Yeah.
of people want to stay with their peers and blend in, but when you go over
Mm-hmm.
here and be the outcast and everybody want to try to clown you, see, I lived in a clown. See, when I get on the short bus, oh, Worm get on the short bus, yeah, but you walking in the rain. You know what I'm saying? So you're not
Yeah.
about to embarrass me. But that's kind of where it started. And that's kind of where I built my character at. So I was kind of already set by the time I got to ninth grade. My mind was already set.
Yeah.
Once Vaughn got a hold of me, look, you going over here to Woodland Hills, Duquesne closed down. All right, cool. And I only got one opportunity. Like I've been here in this school system since second grade. And I told them like this is where it's at. So I ain't got no more mess ups. I've been messing up as a kid. I was a bad young kid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not doing anything illegal or anything, but just disruptive, fight, and just dumb stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So ninth grade, I got my act together, and it was literally a tunnel vision from there all the way to college and through it.
Jakad, do you?
I did have some questions. I actually wrote down a couple questions before we started.
Yeah.
I want to ask about as an NFL athlete, what did a typical day of like recovery look like?
Ooh. So I'm gonna give you a week real quick how it goes. So Monday, no, let's start with the game. Game is Sunday. So you'll have a game. Then Monday you will come in and it's just a quick recovery lift, quick meetings. And then Tuesday's National Player Day off. So Wednesday you come in. So like let me go back to Monday. Monday you can come in and do as much recovery you want. The training staff is in there. You got cryo, you got cupping, you got grassing, you got stem.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's in there. So Monday's on you. It's on your time. Whatever you want, how long you want to be there. Tuesday, same. Full day off. Come in, get work. So now let's go through a full day, which is Wednesday, Thursday, into the back of the week. Wednesday, we'll get their meeting start about 8 o'clock. So everybody's in the building at about 7:30, 7:45. But if you got mandatory treatment, you got to be there by 6 a.m.
Mhm.
So them is people who's hurt or not practicing. Once you get through that, they're treating all during practice. If you're hurt and not practicing, you're getting treatments all through running. We go through practice. As soon as practice over, they're back in the training room getting treatment. The players who practice can get treatment. We'll have meetings for about an hour and a half to 2 hours after practice. And then after that, pretty much the day is over, wrap up around 4-ish.
Mm.
And then, I mean, you can get treatment up until 8 o'clock. Some people be there for 3, 4, 5 hours working
Wow.
on their body. And then there's some people who would just practice is over, shower, and they out the door. So you can
Mm.
kind of start to see who take their body and their health serious.
Right.
And and some people's gifted. Some people stay healthy and don't need the training room. But
Mhm.
let's not avoid the elephant in the room. The more you walk in that training room, it's a tick mark on our list, and it goes upstairs. Once you get to the league, it's a
Um,
business. See, college, yeah, you getting healthy, cool, cute. But if you in there too much and you getting hurt and you getting hurt and you getting hurt and you're not performing,
yeah.
you're on the chopping block.
Right.
You're on the chopping block. People don't want to talk about that. So like that's why unless I was really hurt or anything would annoy me, like I wouldn't really be in there because I'm somebody who's undrafted on the bottom end of the roster. So you can't be showing no weakness. And that's why I said, like, you got to start finding out how the game is being played because once you do all of that, everything kind of start breaking down. They have their guys who's going to make it, and they have their guys
Mhm.
who's not going to be there. So treatment is big, but you just got to watch how you go and get it. Like I'm gonna just say that.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. So before we move forward with our questions, because today is actually a mentor session. One thing about
Okay.
us at Pits and Push, we like to speak hope to the youth. We like to try to give them direction. We like to make them
Yeah.
feel good. And
Yes.
today is one of those days. As we spoke, it is a mentor day. So we have a young student athlete by the name of Cairo. What we're going to do is we're going to bring him on now because it is a school night and we don't want him to be
Definitely.
on too late. And then we
Definitely.
can kind of finish our interview up afterwards. But let me go ahead and soon as I'm able to get Cairo back, we're going to go ahead and get him in there as soon as he just actually got booted out. As soon as he comes back in, we'll go ahead and bring him in.
Sounds
Um,
good.
before we transition away from college though, and I know you just gave a breakdown
Right.
of what it was. Okay, actually we're back. Hold on. Add in Cairo. Cairo, how you doing, man?
What up,
Good.
young man?
Hello.
What up, big dog?
What's up?
So everyone, this is Cairo. Cairo plays for the East Howard Jaguars. Cairo,
Okay.
if you can, I know I did a little brief interview with you one day after one of your football games. If you can give the audience just a little bit about yourself.
I'm 9 years old. I play quarterback and defensive end.
Okay. So you tough. Okay.
Um, I'm in fourth grade. Got a little bit of bad grades, but I know I'm gonna get them up.
Okay.
I love the confidence.
So Cairo,
Mhm.
um, let me ask you a question. What is it that you love about football? What makes you want to play football?
Takes a lot of work, and I want
Takes
to
a
be
lot
the
of work.
and I want to be the person to do all that work.
So I'm gonna give y'all a little backdrop. I went to one of Cairo's games and I did a little interview with him afterwards, right?
Uh-huh.
And one of the things that Cairo said that stood out to me was that, you know, I asked him to if you could define yourself in one word, what would it be? And he said leader, right?
Okay.
And one thing that he likes or he loves doing is he loves a challenge. He loves to be challenged in a way where not only to be challenged on the field, but also with helping his teammates to get in alignment. Am I right, Cairo?
hmm
So, Cairo, do you have any questions that you want to ask Lafayette?
What is the difference from cover three and man as a DB?
Mm,
Ooh, from corner or safety.
From which
Cover,
position?
so cover. I give them both. So from man is man. As mano y mano is who's the better guy that's down. So you covering him all over the field, taking leverage away. So depending on where his split is, you want to take his leverage away. Cover three is more of a zone, eyes on the quarterback, kind of baiting the quarterback to try to throw it your way and kind of making a play on the ball. That's more cover three, and zone is more to have man's ball skills. Man is just man with some ball skills. So that's the difference where you just fall on set on somebody around, but cover three, you're playing dropping into your zone, deep third, and you're just reading the quarterback eyes and making a play on the ball.
And real quick, before Caden jump into his next question, we did have another student athlete that was going to join, and they just joined us.
Yeah.
So we're going to bring them both in. And
Bet.
we're going to bring Caden Watt, Caden Watt to the group. Caden, how you doing, man?
Good. How about you?
I'm good. So, Caden, I'm going to go ahead and let you introduce yourself to the world right now as well.
Okay. Hello, y'all. My name is Kaden Watts. I play multiple sports, and I'm a student athlete. I go to Statesman Academy College Preparatory for boys. I got an A. My bad. I'm 11 too. I'm 11, and I got an A, and 2 C pluses and 1 B.
Awesome. So Caden, as you know, I was introducing Cairo. This is Caden. This is Cairo. They don't know each other. They both play for two different organizations. And again, the reason why we wanted to bring you guys on, we want to basically give you guys a limelight to say you guys are doing an amazing job in the sports that you're playing. But not only are you great athletes, you're also excellent students. So Caden, Cairo just asked Lafayette, what's the difference between the cover three and man coverage? Caden, do you have a question that you want to ask Lafayette at the moment?
Nah, not really. Well, nah.
It ain't got to be football. It could be about anything.
Oh, anything?
Anything.
Okay, so I got just one question.
All right.
What do you care about more, character or talent?
You said character or talent?
Yeah.
Character all day. If you ain't got a good attitude, don't no coach want to deal with you. So you always gonna get second chance.
I feel you.
Cairo?
Yes, sir.
Do you have another question?
One more thing on that. If you have a coach that let talent overtake character, then he's only in it for him. So know that as well. He want to do better. He wants you to be good, play good on the field, so he can get a better coaching job. But is he worried about you off the field?
Yes, coach.
Wow.
That's key.
Cairo, do you have another question you want to ask?
No, sir.
No? Well, again, Caden and Cairo. Caden is a 3-sport athlete. Who knows now? He's like 5. He played baseball, football, basketball, wrestling, lacrosse, cricket. He's playing it all right now. But I wanted to take a moment. I wanted to highlight these two young men, like I said, because they're doing exceptionally well in the classroom. They're doing exceptionally well on the field. And, it's to be commended, and wanted to give them encouragement to keep going. When moments are going to get hard, but keep striving.
And I definitely want to leave both of y'all with a little bit of information as y'all get older and grow. More interest in the world is going to start coming about, and y'all going to get interested in certain things. Stay focused on what y'all want to do with y'all life. If people around y'all is not thinking and moving how y'all are moving, it's not good for y'all. So if you somebody that don't like going out, don't let nobody convince you that going out is fun. No, I'm cool. I'm chilling. I'm going to do my thing here. Y'all have fun. I see y'all tomorrow. It's okay to be different. I promise you, different is better than falling in line and following anybody around you.
Very key information. Well,
12,
Cairo,
13, 14, that's where it's going to start.
Well, Cairo and Caden, we thank you very much for joining.
Definitely.
Look forward to seeing you guys, whether it's the basketball court or the football field. Caden, get out to see you on that diamond. We thank you guys very much for joining us on today's show, and I will talk with you guys soon, okay?
And Kyra, I'm checking in with T in a month. Them grades better be up. The same way you're a leader on the field, you got to be a leader in the classroom. All right?
All right.
All right, you guys. Thank you very
Thank you
much. We'll talk.
guys.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
See you
Thank
guys
you.
later.
All right. I
So
love the
you
kids, bro. So
Me
yeah,
too.
I swear I love the kids, bro. That's why I started daycare. Like I love the kids, man. Like, cause that's what we done a loss. Like if we can't
yeah,
get their mindset right, they don't know what they can change this world, bro. Not us. We already
right.
lost and stuck on what we know.
Yeah. So that was one of the reasons why, we want to bring them on. We definitely love mentoring, man. Like,
Yeah,
because, it's
no, that's
so
dope.
rough out here for the children nowadays, because for us, we were able to be kids. Nowadays,
Yes.
they're there's doused with so much. We didn't have electronics at our or internet at our fingertips all the time like that. So, me more than you guys, but like they're in a world now where it's fast paced.
Yep.
And, losing the identity of self is huge in
Yes.
today's generations.
Yes. Look, well, I'll tell you a little something. Like me and my son was out at the field. I practiced one day, and this was probably about a year ago. When I seen him run up to a pile of leaves and start planting them and throwing them up, oh,
Yeah.
you outside, baby. You're not getting this technology early, dog. You
Right.
gonna be here with it. Water
Yeah.
puddles, he jumping in them. He don't care. Like this dude love outside. Try to lead a wave pool with him or sandcastle. He about to throw a tantrum. He ain't trying to get out that water. Like we gonna stick to that because giving them an iPad because you don't want to deal with them or give them attention is the wrong thing to do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Go outside and take them kids to the park and sit your butt on the seat.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely, cuz I agree. And I want to jump back in. Jakai asked a very good question about what a day-to-day operation looks like
Yes.
for you as an athlete. But before
Yeah.
we get to that point, take us through the emotions that you felt when you got the call that you were going to be joining the NFL team.
Um, I'm not a big emotional person. I'm really not. So like I got and that's a gift and a curse, honestly, because I'm in full control of my emotions. But no, I was after I put the work in. So once I got the call for the opportunity, like I said, I'm undressed, so I know. So I went and trained down with Chris Chambers down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. So I wanted something small, intimate, with hands-on attention because I know if I go to one of these big training facilities, I'm not a first-round draft pick, so I'll be pushed to the side. So I'm there and I'm grinding, I'm working, and I'm loving my trainers and stuff. But my confidence was already very high. So as I'm there and I'm telling these dudes like, yeah, y'all doing the wrong stuff. Y'all going out like we ain't the first pick of the litter. Like we the
Right.
last dog. We might not even get picked. So
Mm-hmm.
y'all got to put the most work in. So as I'm putting the
Yeah.
work in, I'm working, I'm grinding. It's 3 days. I told my speed coach, I said, when I get to my pro day, I'm running a 4.2, 4.3. And he ain't believe me. He knew I was fast, but he ain't believe me. Like, all right, Petty, I'm gonna see. And so fast forward, get to that. I runs the 4.28. And he texted me probably like an hour after. So I clearly he was checking in like, hey, you said you was gonna do it, Pity. I said, I told you I was gonna run because I know the conference. So from there, I get down there, we get the training camp. So from that point, it's just head down, it's just work. So I was blessed to have Jarvis Landry, Kenny Stills, and
Mm.
Vontae Parker as the receivers I gotta go up against every day to prove my work. Like so when we doing drills and stuff, like I'm holding my own, like I'm doing my thing. Let's be honest, like I'm doing my thing. So then we get into special team drills and all that, and then you see dudes start falling in line when they see a starter or somebody and this, that, and the third. Like, no, I'm skipping a line. I'm trying to get Jarvis. Like, I don't want the walk on receiver because they ain't evaluating that rep. I
Yeah.
want this one. You know what I'm saying? So that's where my mindset was. And honestly, like normally when you're on practice squad, somebody got to get hurt or this, that, and the third to get moved up. But they called me up on pure just work. So
Mm.
week 7, we went to California and I got my first opportunity, started special teams and everything, played against the Chargers. And then a week later, that's when the hurricane came through Miami. So we had to go out to LA for 14 days. So we played the Chargers and then the Rams in back-to-back weeks. And that was an experience. That was my first
Wow.
time actually getting to live the NFL life. Because when you're on practice squad, you practicing Monday, you there. Tuesday, we off. Now you going up against the starters Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Saturday, the team get on the bus. You stay home.
Ooh.
Like you're not with the team. You're on the practice squad. That's what people don't understand. Like you're there to practice 3 days a week, bro.
That's it.
So that's it.
Mm.
You there to practice 3 days a week. You got to show up to all the meetings and everything, yeah. But you there pads on 3 days a week, like that's it. So and then
Wow.
that's why I tell people like, but you still good. I be like, yeah. But when you touch that active roster, when you're on that practice squad and it's 14,000 a week on practice squad. Don't get me wrong, but after taxes, it's under 7. Like, let's not get that wrong.
Right.
But when you on the active roster, right now, a vet minimum is a $55,000 check weekly.
Mm.
That's a big difference.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what people strive and want, and that's what people don't be understanding. But then when you get into all of that, it's just you want to grind and you just want to work. And you just want to work. You just want to work and just own your spot. Because that's one thing about the NFL. There's no days off. You can have a bad day of practice and get beat on 3 deep balls, and we call him the Reaper. There's 3 people that just be walking around the facility, and you know when they come in the locker room, it's because somebody got cut. Because you got beat 3 times in practice, you're cleaning your locker out the end of that day. Tomorrow, there's a new dude in there filling the locker. What's good, bro? How you doing? My name Anthony. My name Warren. He might get cut tomorrow and another dude be in the next day. Like, I done seen it.
Wow.
I done seen it. Like, I'm going to tell you a story about me. Forget anybody else. Anyways, we are Buffalo. So I was already after I did my 3-year stay. I came back. So they brought me back in 2020 on a practice squad. So I'm up there. They balling, team winning and stuff. So they going into the playoffs, right? So it's the last week of the season. It's New Year's Day. So I come in and it's COVID time, so you gotta put your face in the little screen, gotta get your little temperature. So I'm like, hold up, where's my little head at? Like, oh shit, yeah, they cut me. Niggas like, what? I said, bro, my face ain't on the iPad, bro. I'm not in the system no more. Dude opened the double doors. Lafayette, hey, yeah, Bean and McDermott want to talk to you. I said, on Christmas Day though, y'all gonna do this? Oh, I've been on New Year's Day. Like, really? On January 1st, y'all couldn't wait till tomorrow? He said, I know, man. So we walked upstairs and it was we love you if you need anything, you know what I'm saying? But it's a numbers game because 2 corners got hurt. So they had to go get people they trust that can play. And they got some veterans. And that was pretty much my whole career. So like, that's kind of when reality set in back in 2018 in Buffalo when I was the 3rd string corner. I was the backup. And I don't really tell this story because this is when I got out of character, but it was warranted. Like, I'm the 3rd string, so if any corner go hurt, I play this, that, and the 3rd. So somebody had got hurt. Matter of fact, I don't know if y'all remember when Cuz were retired in the middle of the game.
Yo, right.
Yeah, I'm the backup. So I go in and
retired.
Yeah. So and they in there like, come on, bro. I'm like, nigga, we grown as hell. Let me get my opportunity. Quit juicing him up. He quit. Let him go. Like, let me get mine. Like, y'all better leave that alone. So I go out there. I had a good second half against the Patriots. And then we get back to meetings Monday. Sean McDermott. Hey, Lafayette, good performance. Da-da-da-da. So I'm like, all right, so I'm going to get my first start this week. So I'm balling in practice. Had about 3 picks that week. I'm like, all right, cool. So Saturday night and the meetings before the game, next day on noon, they like, yeah, we're going to make a change. We're going to bring Ryan Lewis up off a practice squad and we're going to start him. I'm like, the whole room turned around and looked at me. I'm like, oh, this is what we doing? So that the DB coach came to me like, no, we just going to put him in. We're going to start him, but we're going to rotate y'all every series. So I looked him in his eyes. I said, if that's the truth, then I'm cool with that because opportunity is opportunity. I ain't tripping about nothing else. Man, we get to the game. I don't get into about the 2nd quarter because he's sick, hurting, throwing up or whatever. And I'm like, all right, cool. Now I see what y'all want. So after that, the next week, I ain't even care. Attitude bad. They like, Lafayette, go in. I'm like, for what? He like, what you say? I said, for what, bro? Like, I'm the backup corner. And every time y'all, literally that year, I'm the backup corner. Tre'Davious White's on the other side. There was 9 corners that started for the Buffalo Bills on the other side. 4 of them was only on the team for a week, but I'm backing up everybody the whole season. Make it make sense.
Yeah.
You defined my role and made me a special teams guy and just didn't want to tell me. But if you would have told me that, then I don't need to be out here practicing corner. Just let me do special team work. But they won't tell you none of that stuff. So that's kind of where I start losing a little bit of love for the game. Like, all right, it's just strictly business. Like, I have no capital, I have no say, so it is what it is, bro. Like,
And that's what I was going to ask you. Did the business side taint and dwindle the love and the passion for the game?
It dwindled the love when the opportunity don't make sense. And right there, it never made sense to me because when I said for what, the coach pulled me to the side and he was like, and I'm like, can we have an honest conversation without you running upstairs and, you know what I'm saying, doing what y'all do? And then I'd be cut tomorrow. He like, no, we grown, we could talk. I said, so what's the situation? I'm the backup. I know everything. I don't have mental errors. I don't make mistakes. Like, what's the problem? The safety coach got this long beard, uttered out his mouth. Oh, you be in meetings, twisting your dreads and playing in your hair. I said, bro, we as grown-ups. I said, so, all right, that's cool. I can respect that. I said, so when you up there talking and you looking at me playing in my hair, is you not distracted? But I said, when the defensive coordinator is up there and Leslie Frazier, you don't be playing in your beard and biting it and putting it in your mouth. You know what he did? Looked at me and started laughing. Oh, you be seeing that? Oh, it's funny now. Now he was quiet and he had nothing to say. That's what I said. Like,
when it came to you, it was a standard of you can't but I don't understand. So are they trying to say
it's a role defined? So when I knew, it was probably like a week before all this happened, or maybe two, when coaches don't be in the locker room or nothing. Like they might walk through or whatever. And Sean McDermott walked through and he literally looked at me and said, man, you can be a special teams guy for 10 years in this league. And that was so random to me. Like, why would you just utter that out your mouth? Like, so I'm like, appreciate it, coach. But I'm like, why you just say that? So that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for.
So they never so they brought you in as a defensive back, but in reality, they really wanted you playing the special teams role.
Yeah, no, I knew my role was special teams, and I'm trying to earn a defensive back stake in the league. Like you only get respect and opportunity with more reps and time on the field. And that's why I said I kept getting snubbed at them opportunities because somebody get hurt, you bring somebody in from the crib to start this week cutting, bring another dude in from the crib starting, cutting, bringing up. But I'm backing him up every week. If he get hurt during the game, I go in.
Right,
it never made sense to me.
But you're not getting that opportunity to be put on the forefront.
Exactly.
Right. Okay.
So they just sticking me in special teams, and that's where I kind of was just out with it. So, and then like I said, once you start drafting, and funny story, once you start drafting was funny because my dog Dean, which congratulations, he's still balling to this day too, and that's my dog. But like he was undrafted. It was like me and him, and after my last active season in Buffalo. And I told Dean, because I just knew how the numbers work at this point. I said, Dean, it's me or you. He said, why you say that? I said, they drafted Saran Neal for safety, and he can't play it. He can play man. He can play everywhere else, but he just can't get the defense. So they drafted him. They're going to cater to him. Me and you were undrafted, so one of us is out the door.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? It's a numbers game. He like, yeah. And I said, this is when I messed him up. I said, but it's going to be me gone. Because you was with Sean McDermott in North Carolina. Remember, he brought you here on IR.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? He brought you here when you was
He brought
injured.
you here when you were injured. So if
you get what I'm saying? It's a business. Yeah, it's a business. So, and then it didn't really settle to me till safeties go with safety coach, corners go with corners coach. That's that, you know what I'm saying? But that year, there was a nickel coach, nickel assistant, and Sean McDermott, the head coach. They was all taking Saran Neal and doing one-on-one with the three coaches. Y'all ain't cut no man getting all that attention.
No.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
So how was it when you got to Atlanta?
Atlanta was straight. It was kind of a little bit refreshing. They was cool. The people was cool. But I kind of knew what it was. So at that point, it was just me being on the roster. Honestly, Atlanta was important for me because it got me my pension and my cruise season for my retirement plan and all that. Because with the new CBA and everything, like people don't know, like you don't get a season accounted for you unless you're active for 3 weeks. So like say you're a rookie and like they activate you for one game, the last game of the season, you playing, you had your family there, 20 tickets, da-da-da-da. Next season, you're still a rookie because you didn't play 3 games.
Wait, what?
You need 3 games for that season to count for you. You have to be on a 90-man roster. I mean, a 53-man roster for 3 weeks for that season to count.
So
that's why they say the average length is 3.5 years in the NFL. Because if you're not on the team for 3 weeks, like you could be on practice squad, you're still a rookie. That year don't count. You got to be on the active roster for 3 weeks. That's why I say I did 7, but I got 5.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Because the practice squad stuff don't count.
Wow.
It counts at people who just know you playing in the league and, oh, he there. But yeah, that don't count. That's what I said. You can go 16, 18 weeks on a practice squad. And the new CBA actually helped people make more money because the old CBA, you was only allowed to be on a practice squad for 2 full season lengths. So after 16 games and 16 games, you can't get on practice squad no more. You just out the league if don't nobody want you on 53. Now you can bring 3, 4 vets back on practice squad all season. There's no rules to practice squad now, and it went from 10 people to 16.
Okay.
So that's 6 more people to get paid a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying?
So there's no limitation.
Yeah, and now with the new accrued, if you're on practice squad for 8 weeks, now the year count with the new CBA. So if you on the team for at least 8 weeks on practice squad, the year get counted for you now. But yeah, man, like they holding that pension any way they can.
Wow.
That's why I said that business is real, man.
So, people that want to go to the NFL or like college athletes that are going into the transfer portal and transferring to these schools to try to go to the next step and go to the NFL, what advice would you give them through the process? Like, what would you want to tell them?
For me, it all depends what your situation is. If it's like a something with coaches and you're not getting along, but the talent's there and the place is there.
Worm, if you can back
Yep.
up just a little bit.
Yep. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Yep. No, but my thing is if the talent is there, but you just got something going on with a coach or whatever, you're just not happy with a team because y'all losing, there's a valid reason to leave. But the transfer portal is risky because you're showing disloyalty, you're showing non-commitment. You're showing you're just willing to leave and go somewhere else to win real fast. Like, unless, like I said, I'm gonna give you a prime example. Unless you're like a Cam Newton and go do something at Auburn, the transfer portal is bad business, bro.
Yeah.
Because I'm at one school and you go, now if you graduated and I'm saying you got that extra year, that's fine. You tired of this school, you want to go somewhere else, go live a new experience. You got your degree, so there's nothing voided to that. But if you in school and you just bouncing around, that's gonna be hard moving to a new state, getting to know everybody, and you don't even know if these coaches really know you or like you because they didn't recruit you. College coaches recruit. You know what I'm saying? Now when you're in the transfer portal, it's just a phone call. Yeah, we interested, but now you know it's strictly business like the NFL.
Yeah.
You can get there and not be what they thought, and now you out the door because they don't got to keep you on scholarship.
Do you think that these coaches are just kind of like selling the kids like what they want? Because you know how I know, like for softball, my dad always kind of told me growing up, like a coach will recruit you to have you because you're a gym and not use you for your assets just because they don't want anyone else to have you. Do you think some of these coaches might be taking like these key players that are in the transfer portal just to kind of just have them in the back pocket just because they don't want to see them shine?
So let's skip that to the NFL. I like that because you will see people make plays, great plays, all through practice. And then you watch the preseason and you might know somebody in the preseason. Like, for example, Pittsburgh, I'm balling in practice, balling. Like, I'll keep doing your thing. But then when I get to the preseason game, I literally get 6 plays. What the heck is you supposed to do with 6 plays? But after that, I got an interception and 3 tackles. So 2 tackles and interception with 6 plays is very efficient. The next game, I got no reps.
Wow.
It's called hiding people. So if we considering keeping you, we want to keep you on the practice squad. So we don't want you to shine. We don't want you to look good because we don't want nobody else to steal you when we put you on the block. Yeah, so they do that at college. They do, but it's all day in the NFL. So
all day.
Yeah, they'll recruit you. They'll recruit you to get you. The thing is, they'll recruit you to get you. What they won't do. So I won't say per se they'll recruit you so nobody else won't get you. What they'll do is recruit you. But if you become a bad seed and want to hit the transfer portal, they ain't gonna have nothing nice to say about you. So now it might be hard for another coach to even consider you because they heard so much bad of why you even in the transfer portal. So now you like, oh, I was at Alabama, LSU, Now all I got is Rice and this, that, and the third. So it's tricky, man. You might have came out of high school highly recruited. When you hit that transfer portal, it might be all D2s, D1 AAs. You know what I'm saying? So
wow. So wanted to kind of get your opinion. You went to an ACC school. You went to a Power 5, and we talk about college football playoffs this year. and want to we tell off with this one. What are your thoughts about Florida State? Did they get robbed or not?
Any
And
undefeated team,
you played in the ACC. You played in the Power Five.
any undefeated team should get the nod. Like, and that's why I just can't wait for the expansion of the playoffs, because right now it's just a whole bunch of conversation that don't make sense. Because, bro, there's 100 and something colleges, man. How you just gonna make 4 spots? And then y'all already have a secret love for the SEC. So it don't matter what Alabama and Georgia do. Long as one of them go undefeated and lose one, they go head to head, y'all gonna try to sneak them both in, or y'all definitely gonna sneak one of them in. And it's like, we already know that, so it's not even a surprise to me no more. Honestly, like, I don't even pay attention. It's Alabama or Georgia, and then it's the next 3 best teams. Like, and in some way, somehow, if we can sneak Alabama and Georgia in, they're gonna do it. So that's why I just can't wait for the expansion, because, like I said, like, I'm not into politics, so I don't do the back and forth, because I'm just more like reality and logical. Like, they got snubbed, yes, and it's funny because Mike Norvell was one of my offensive coordinators as one of my 5 head coaches with Todd Graham, the dude who hopped on a jet at our bowl game practice and didn't tell us he was leaving. Mike Norvell was his OC, and it's funny because now Mike Norvell is the head coach of Florida State, and now I'm gonna do you a better one. Dan Lanning was a grad assistant who did all their laminations, did all the scout team cards, did this, that, and the third, had about 20 jobs up until last year. He the head coach for the Oregon Ducks. Like, It's crazy how the work you put in, it pays off, but man, it's a long road. But I respect both them guys and all them coaches that came through. Like, even it's a lot of them head coach now. Boston College head coach was the guy I actually committed to at Pitt. Like, why am I forgetting my dog name right now? He the head coach for the Boston College though, but he the reason why I decommitted from Pitt and committed to Rutgers for about 2 weeks. Man, I had 10 people on my visit up there. I ain't in college no more, so I don't care what happened to them. But you only allowed 2. I had 10 people on my visit up there. Dog, Uncle Omar, his girlfriend, Uncle Vaughn, my mom, shit. Like, bro, they let me bring the house, bro.
You had the whole Pitts family up there.
And that's because after once they got fired, the Rutgers coach hired the DB coach, the offensive coordinator, and the linebacker coach from Pitt. So it was like, shit. And he told me, he said, look, Warren, I've known you since you was a sophomore in high school. I don't know these kids. So when you come here, you're already my starter. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was crazy. So you believe it, but then it was the head coach. Oh man, Greg Schiano, Italian dude. We gave him some great Italian pizza in my mom's living room though. They were surprised. They didn't even finish it neither. But he just got out of pocket and said something real quick, and he didn't think I was a man's man. I stood on my words, and then my Uncle Vaughn was sitting on speakerphone. He said, "Hold on, Neff, give me the phone." And he did his thing, and I knew Rutgers was worked out. Rutgers was gone.
And I went back they're gone.
I went back to Pitt after that, but I only did that because I was playing with the Pitt coach, because I was already committed. I was the cowbell, and I was the 4-star recruit. But when he got the job, he got the job. Mind you, when Wallstad was there, we had a top 10 recruiting class in the country, all Power 5s. When he got resigned, bro, we was probably one of the worst recruiting classes in the world that Todd Graham put. We had 1 lineman on both sides of the ball that came in that year. So logically, after 2 years, we're going to be terrible up front because y'all didn't recruit no linemen.
Right.
So we went from there. And it was just over, bro. But Todd Graham, he did not come to my house and then visit me for the first 3 months on the job. I said, oh, hell no. Decommit. This nigga was at my house every day for the next 3 weeks. So yeah, it's a game they play.
So real quick, last question. We got one that came in on Facebook. Before I get to that, shout out to Cousin Lene. Shout out to Rashawn. Shout out to Duquesne.
Yo.
What's going on, Gavin? So this is actually sarcasm, Jakaya. This was from my mom, and I guess it came from my dad. It says, since you are mentioning family, who is the best athlete in our family?
The best athlete in the family is me. Duh, it's living proof. I mean, we ain't gotta talk the small stuff. I mean, shoot. I mean,
I don't know.
And if anybody want to challenge me, Y'all better get back in shape because I'm never gonna get out of shape. I'm never gonna get out of shape.
Oh man, with that, cuz appreciate you for being on with us, man.
Definitely.
Appreciate it. Definitely gonna
Yes,
get you
thank
back
you.
on, man.
Definitely. But no, if
Takaya.
y'all want a real answer to that last question, y'all need to send me all y'all old throwback tapes. I hear Vaughn was dope. I hear Omar. I hear all y'all was dope, but I ain't see no proof.
But see,
I
but
ain't
see,
see
but
no
see, the
proof.
problem is VHSs is out. Like so,
Hey, no, you go on
VHS.
Amazon and find you one. Look, they still selling them now. You can go to your little exchange store on the corner and get you one.
VHS tapes is out.
What you say? Did he say? She
Look,
say?
it's done. It's a pop the tape, get that eraser, bring it back. You gotta try to fix it.
Hey, real
But
talk though.
nah, man, I appreciate you so much. Thank you
No,
for joining
always.
us today, man. Definitely going to have you on
Definitely.
again. Jakaya, amazing. Thank you for being with us all day for the last couple of hours.
Thank you
Again,
for
I'm your
having me.
listen. It's the beginning to a lot. I'm your boy Pitts from Pitts and Push Sports Talk Radio, Pitt Sports Zone, Bowie TV coming to you live, Comcast Channel 77, Verizon Channel 11.
Yes, sir.
We out.
We
Y'all.
out.
Talk to y'all later.